Hello guys, welcome to Psychology of Freedom. So another video about projection. So alam ko na medyo mahaba na yung video ko about projection, pero importante kasi na makover natin lahat to fully see and understand the ways in which we use this defense mechanism. So if you can remember yung video ko, yung first video ko about projection is parang on the surface lang. And then yung second video ko, I went deeper kung paano natin ginagawa yung projection and paano tayo nagkakaroon ng dysfunctional relationship because of projection. Ngayon naman, in our last video about projection, I'll give you examples on how we insidiously use projection in our relationships. So kung di nyo pa napapanood yung first two videos ko about projection, you might want to watch that first para mas maganda yung foundation nyo. And mas maintindihan nyo tong video ko today. So let's redefine again what projection means. Diba? Projection happens when we attribute our own qualities, diba? Something that's in us, our beliefs, our desires, our emotions, onto others. So in other words, it's something within us that we project onto other people. And this happens unconsciously. Ibig sabihin, hindi tayo aware. So, I'll start with a story. I'll tell you a story about a friend na nag-confide sa akin recently. Itong si friend, meron siyang kapatid, kuya. Diba na naglaya sa kanila. Yung kuya niya nag-send ng text message sa mother nila. Ang sabi, Ma, sorry, hindi mo na ako uuwi. Wala kasi ako ma-contribute dyan. Dito muna ako kay papa, dun sa father side nila. So, yun yung sabi ng text message. Tapos, ang sabi naman nitong friend ko, sabi niya, kita mo ang negative na niya mag-isip, ang negative ng thinking niya, ang negative na ng feelings niya, ganyan-ganyan, blah, blah, blah. And he doesn't know na he's just projecting. Pero hindi pa yun yung pinaka-example ko dito sa story na to. So, ang sabi ko sa kanya, dun sa friend ko, I don't see it as something negative. I see someone na kilala yung sarili niya, who knows his limitation, who knows what he needed at that point in time, na kailangan niya ng break. I see someone na alam kung anong mas makakabuti para sa mental health niya, which is an amazing thing, di ba? Sino bang nakakagawa ng ganyan para sa sarili nila? A lot of us, tiis lang ng tiis, and then sa nauuwi, di ba? Sa depression or other mental health issues, addiction, di ba? Kasi we don't know what we need. We're so out of touch with who we are, with our own voice. So, if only we know who we are and what we need, yung mga mental health issues na to, it can be prevented. Pero that's not my main point. So, going back to the story, even if sinabi ko na how I see it, my own perspective, nagre-resist pa rin siya. Di pa rin siya makapag-let go. Gusto niya pa din na umuwi agad yung kuya niya. Kasi baka daw kung anong mangyari, baka hindi na bumalik, or magkaroon ng self-harming behavior, andun pa rin yung fear and anxiety. And yun nga, yung projection niya. So, sabi ko sa kanya, remember yung days na nagsistruggle ka. Remember yung time na nagpapalipat-lipat ka ng iba't ibang jobs. Diba, you would have wanted your friends and family to understand and see where you're coming from instead of judging you. So, same thing dun sa brother mo. And remember kung paano ka natulungan ng sarili mong rock bottom and how if hindi nangyari yun, hindi mo you will never learn the lessons that you needed to learn at that time. So, same thing dun sa brother mo. Kailangan niyang mag-undergo ng sarili niyang rock bottom. Kailangan niyang dumaan dun sa sarili niyang tunnel. Don't take that away from him kasi if you do, you'll also be taking away the lessons that he needed to learn. So he needed to go through all that to come out on the other side na mas resilient, mas maraming wisdom. And nung sinabi ko yon, medyo naramdaman ko na yung fears niya or rigidity ng fears niya medyo bumababa na yung anxiety niya, nawawala na ng konti yung fear, medyo nag-agree na siya. Pero here's the catch. Later on, may ni-reveal siya sa akin. Ang sabi niya sa akin, mas magiging mahirap na pala to para sa akin. Ako na lang maaasahan ni mama sa bahay. What do you think is wrong with that statement? If deeper na yung knowledge nyo about projection, makikita nyo kung ano yung catch dito. So, we think na concern tayo sa ibang tao, sobrang pure yung intentions natin, we want them to be something for their own good, only to find out na it's really more for ourselves than it is for the other person. So, kita nyo kung paano niya pinroject yung sarili niyang needs. Diba? Gusto niya umuwi yung brother niya, not because yun talaga yung kailangan ng brother niya, or para hindi mapahamak yung brother niya, but because mahahasel siya and may inconvenience siya na siya na lang yung matitira sa bahay nila. So, ganyan yung ginagawa natin all the time. Halimbawa ako, my way of controlling other people so that I can feel safe is gusto ko i-control yung kinakain nila. Halimbawa, gusto ko kinakain nila yung mga healthy lang, fruits and vegetables. On the surface, it can look like parang ang buti ko namang tao, ang ganda ng intentions ko, na pure yung intentions ko. But again, if you look deeper and really reveal yung totoong need beneath the behavior, it's more about me wanting to feel safe. It's more about me not wanting to have problems in the future. Kasi di ba problema yan, di ba? Pag nagkasakit yung tao, halimbawa, or someone that is close to you, someone that you love. Di ba? So, it's more about me and my own convenience and my own security about my own future and not about the other person. Di ba? We also do this to our children. Halimbawa, ikaw yung parent na tipong sobrang controlling, lahat ng ginagawa ng anak mo, sinusurvey mo. Usually, ang excuse natin as parents, ay, para yun sa kanila, pinoprotektahan ko lang sila, I just want to protect them. Pero who are you protecting more? If you look deeper, mas pinoprotektahan ng parent yung sarili niyang pain brought about by witnessing the pain of a loved one. Diba? Pinroject niya yung sarili niyang need to not feel pain towards the other person. And ganyan tayo as parents. Instead of teaching our children na it's okay to feel pain, hindi yan maiiwasan, you're not gonna break with the pain, you can handle it. What do? We teach them na pain is not good. You must avoid it. You must escape from it at all costs. No wonder why hindi natin ma-handle yung pain. Nagkakaroon tayo ng fear or halimbawa nagkaroon tayo ng failure, feeling natin guguho na yung buong mundo natin. Hindi lang na like yung post natin sa social media, nade-depress na tayo, especially with the younger generation. So paano sila makaka-develop ng resilience if we always teach them to run away from pain? But again, hindi yan yung main point ko. The point is, pinoproject natin yung sarili nating needs sa iba. Na akala natin sila ang may kailangan, pero di natin alam, tayo pala ang may kailangan nun. Na akala natin we're doing these things for them, pero we're doing it pala for ourselves. That's why, sinabi ko before na ang projection may pagka-sneaky kasi akala natin we're being good people, we're so holy, but the truth is we're doing it for us and not for them. Hindi lang tayo aware. So what do? Projection is always there. We cannot completely avoid it. Ang magagawa lang natin once we realize na nagpo-project tayo is to admit and be honest about it. And kaya ako nasabi na the best way to handle it is to be honest about it kasi yun nga, hindi na natin maiiwasan yung projection. And what ruins our relationship is not our projection per se, but our being unconscious about it. So ano nangyayari pag unconscious tayo? Kukontrolin natin sila, sisigawan, or i-guilt and i-shame, or i-manipulate. Feeling natin allowed tayo to do it because it's for them. Diba? Yan yung lagi nating reason. It's for you. So you see how we justify our behavior towards our loved ones. Diba? We think na napaka-selfless natin. But if we're really being honest, diba, we're actually being very selfish. And the worst part is, they know it. Our loved ones know it. Especially mga bata. Wala silang words for it, pero they feel it. 'Di ba? Nung bata pa tayo, we feel it, 'di ba? Na that's not what I need, that's what you need, 'di ba? So it's all about us trying to meet our own needs. Yung needs natin to feel safe, to feel comfortable, to feel good about ourselves. Gusto natin yung ibang tao or our significant others would be in a state that works for us. Diba? It's all about ourselves. Pinroject lang natin yung needs natin. So imagine being honest with your own needs. Halimbawa, dun sa first example ko, if yung response niya is, I know na kailangan mo ng space and that you needed to take a break, but I'm sorry, hindi ko kasi kaya dito mag-isa sa bahay. That would have been so much better than saying na, ano bang nangyayari sa'yo? Ano na bang problema mo? Baka kung ano nang gawin mo, napaka-negative na ng utak mo, etc. Diba? The first one would have been so much better. It comes more from a place of understanding. So, yung sa, halimbawa, yung sa case ko naman, it would have been better if sinabi ko na, I know na gusto mo ng ganyang pagkain and mahirap ihinto yung mga bisyo mo, pero na-anxious lang kasi ako about the future. Pag nagkasakit ka, mahihirapan ako, etc., etc. Instead of saying na, wala kang pakialam sa future natin, di mo iniisip ko ano mangyayari pag nagkasakit ka, etc., etc. Alam mo yun, we have a way of making them feel like, I'm so good, you're so bad. Diba? Magaling tayo dyan. We make them feel like there's something wrong with them. So, pag naging conscious tayo about our own projections, naging honest tayo, we free the other person from guilt and shame na hindi sila talaga yung may problema. Tayo ang may problema. Yung unconsciousness natin, yung problema. Also, we free them from the burden of meeting our needs. Kasi ultimately, it's our job to meet our needs. It's never other people's job. Diba? So, become aware of your own projections, of our own projections, and own it. Pag nagpo-project tayo, let's own it once we have come to the realization. And do not control the other person so you can meet your needs. So, ayan. These are some examples again of projection. I don't know if susundan ko pa to in the future kasi nga ang daming ways in which we project. And mahirap minsan mahuli, mahirap maging aware at the moment na nagpo-project tayo. Pero yun nga, once we become more conscious, more self-aware, mas nare-realize na natin, I'm projecting. It's my job to meet my needs. It's not my child or my partner or my parents' job to meet my needs. So, ayun lang. Sana may napulot kayo. Thank you so much for listening and watching, and see you sa next video.